carnival has been set up here in the park for more than a week now. I wonder when it's going to finally open. Oh my God! This is where Rita was murdered. Rita, who could have done this to you? Who's there? Who are you?
My name's Slim. You're Mr. Dawson, aren't you? The one they think murdered Rita Scanlon?
My name is Mike Dawson, but I didn't murder Rita.
I know. A voice told me that you were innocent. You don't think that's strange, do you? Hearing voices in your head?
No, I don't think that's strange at all. I've been hearing voices myself.
I knew that people had you all wrong, Mr. Dawson. You and me, we belong to a much larger world. One that most people couldn't begin to fathom.
You're right. No one believes some of the things I've seen and heard. Why are you wearing that getup?
I'll have you know that I'm wearing the uniform of protection.
Uniform of protection? What's that?
It designates me as the protector of this town and endows me with special powers.
What do you protect the town from?
There are dark forces at work. An evil power is lurking in the shadows, waiting for the opportunity to hatch its latest plot.
I know exactly what you mean. I felt the same way for over a year.
Feeling isn't enough, Mr. Dawson. You've got to act. It's my duty to put a stop to their plans. Stop them before they take over the entire world.
What sort of powers does your uniform give you?
This uniform renders me invulnerable. When I wear it, nothing can harm me. Well, nothing except for a little poison ivy every now and then.
Where did you get this uniform of protection?
A woman delivered it to me. A very wise and noble woman.
You're referring to the Keeper of the Scrolls, aren't you?
No. Eleanor, my mail carrier, delivered it to me. She's some cutie, let me tell you. The uniform came out of a catalog.
Why are you hiding in the bushes?
I'm checking out the murder site. The criminal always leaves a clue at the scene of the crime.
I don't know what you hope to find here. The sheriff must have gone over this place with a fine-tooth comb.
The sheriff? Don't make me laugh. That buffoon couldn't solve a jigsaw puzzle. He has no conception of the significance of this crime.
Did you know Rita?
I knew Miss Scanlon was the town librarian. At least that's what she claimed. But I have my suspicions about her.
What was suspicious about Rita?
She was involved with something. Something unclean. I haven't figured out what it is yet, but when I do, it will expose the evil lurking under this town.
You seem to be the only one who really understands what is going on. Who do you think killed Rita?
I think she was murdered by aliens from another dimension.
You know about the ancients. So the Keeper of the Scrolls was right. They were involved with Rita's death.
Of course it was the ancients. Who else could have committed such a horrible crime? It had to be the ancients.
Finally, someone else who knows about the dark world. I can't even confide in my mother or my best friend about this. I'm so glad I met you, Slim.
Or it might have been OJ working in cahoots with the Trilateral Commission. I'll betcha. Then again, it could have been the International Communist Conspiracy. This looks like
I've got to go now.
Wait. Before you leave, I did find something the sheriff overlooked. It's a ticket stub to last week's high school reunion.
Where did you find this ticket?
It was lying underneath the bushes. Miss Scanlon must have dropped it when the killer attacked her.
Do you mind if I have the ticket, Slim? I don't have many mementos of Rita.
Take it, Mr. Dawson. It's not much of a clue, and besides, I've got theories about a hired hitman and a satanic cult to follow up on. Don't worry, I'll find Rita's murderer and prove your innocence.
Gee, thanks, Slim. That makes me feel a lot better.
Glad to have your vote of confidence, Mr. Dawson. Well, I've got some investigating to do. Oh, by the way, I live out behind the pool hall if you need to get in touch with me.
I haven't been past the Ramirez mansion in a long time. It's one of the town's oldest landmarks. They used to own all of the land around the park before they donated it to the town. Hello, Mrs. Ramirez. I'm Mike Dawson. I grew up in this town.
Did you? Well, what do you want?
I couldn't help but notice all the religious icons you have.
Yes, they ward off the evil that is running amok here in Crowley. This town used to be a God-fearing community, but now I don't dare to leave my house except to go to church.
Why do you think the town is corrupted by evil?
Why, just stroll along the street, and you will find vice and decadence behind every door. The church is our only hope for salvation. You do attend church, don't you?
I go to church whenever I get the chance, I guess.
You should go to church every Sunday, at least. And more often than that, when possible. There are dark forces at work here, and your soul must be fortified to resist temptation.
Thank you, Mrs. Ramirez. I appreciate your time.
God be with you, young man.
I have a splitting headache. I better go see Dr. Sims.
Make yourself comfortable, Mike. I've been expecting you.
I'm still having trouble remembering things.
This is to be expected. You're still recovering from a nervous breakdown. The murder last week has further exacerbated the problem.
Sheriff Butler suspects me of Rita's murder.
Yes, the sheriff was in here asking about you. I told him I didn't think you were capable of such an act.
Why can't I remember what happened at the reunion?
It's always a shock to learn a friend has been killed. And you were the last one to see Rita alive, right? The human mind tends to block out painful memories.
I just wish I could remember more about what happened that night.
Don't worry, Mike. The memories will come back in time.
I think it's happening all over again.
Have you been having more of your dark world experiences?
I've been dreaming about the dark world again.
Uh-huh.
I've seen Rita in my dreams, too.
That's good. Perhaps it's a sign your repressed memories will resurface soon.
I may be going back there, and soon.
Yes, of course, Mike. But I really can't approve of you entertaining these fantasies. We need to work on your memory of events as they really are.
I have an awful headache, Doctor.
Have you been taking your medicine?
I took the medicine this morning. The headache began a short time ago,
When?
right after I talked to Slim. He found Rita's reunion ticket.
I see.
You know, what happened last year wasn't a hallucination. It was real.
Or so you believe, Mike. It isn't all that uncommon for people to suffer delusions of alternate universes, even things as bizarre as aliens implanting embryos in human brains.
But Dr. Sims, everything I told you is true.
Yes, of course. But tell me, what does your friend Jack think of all this?
I never told Jack about the Dark World.
But you told me he was your closest friend.
Jack's the only friend I've got.
Nonetheless, I think he's a bad influence. I want you to think about severing your relationship with him.
I'm feeling much better, Doctor. I don't think I need to see you anymore.
I disagree, Mike. I know you're frustrated with the slow progress, but these things take time. But perhaps some hypnotherapy will speed up your recovery.
All right. You've convinced me. Hypnotize me.
You're feeling sleepy. You feel like you're drifting on a cloud, on a rubber raft at the swimming pool. All is calm, all is quiet. You are sleepy.